Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Champions, and this evening we'll be playing Drax against Drang on expert difficulty. And if it goes well, then against the Collector. In the first video, I played Drax incorrectly. The wording after the villain attacks Drax, I took that to mean that Drax had to defend the attack in order to take a vengeance counter. This is not the case, as a couple of viewers pointed out. Drax should get a vengeance counter after an undefended attack as well, just not when an ally takes an attack. So we're going to play Drax again and reevaluate him and see if that makes a difference or not. I still don't think that Drax is strong because of the hand size. Drax is going to be strong, but nonetheless we want to try him out and see how it goes. So let's get the decks shuffled up. Let's see, what do we want here? Intimidation, do we need that? Maybe. Unflappable I want. This whole hand may be fine. So, let's go ahead and get started. Let's flip to hero form. Doesn't have, well, actually I don't think I want to keep intimidation in the starting hand. We don't start with enough attack to take advantage of it, so let's get rid of that. And do I want to keep expert defense? Let's see, Drang attacks for 4 to start out. We'll keep it. Okay, now let's get started. I have not much to play. We can go unflappable, we can use the Milano. And then we'll just attack. Well, let's get rid of this. We can go science, strength, strength, and get rid of Drang's spear. And then we'll attack for 1, and we'll draw 3. 2 threat, 1 charge up, 1 attack from Drang. And we'll use desperate defense. Definitely want Dwight Thief Mastery. Let's get rid of Luke Cage for desperate defense. So it's an attack for 4, and with the +2 from desperate defense, we don't take any damage. You get 1 vengeance counter, get to ready up, get to use unflappable. And then we've got 1 encounter card incoming. Shadow of the Past, that's a rough one. Yotat the Destroyer. He has guard and retaliate 1. Okay. He attacks for 3. That is pretty rough. I did really want to play Dwight Thief Mastery, but I may need to play Spider-Man to get rid of Yotat, or I'm just going to lose. So we'll use the Milano and those 2 cards to play Spider-Man and give him +2 to his attack for this phase. Takes 1 retaliate. Well, actually no. Let's have Drax attack first for 2. Take the retaliate. And then Spider-Man can attack for 4. And since the minion dies, there's no retaliate. And then each enemy gets +2 attack. That's rough. That will draw 4. So 2 threat, 1 barrage counter. 1 attack from Drang. He's going to attack for 5. Nothing I can really do about it. I'll defend the attack. 3 damage, 1 vengeance counter. And 1 encounter card, which will be Bombardment. Okay, well I'd love to get Hard to Ignore out. I'd also love to get Drax's other knife out, but I think I need Groot so that I can thwart and get rid of Cole the Weak. So as is so often the case, we're in emergency mode. So get rid of Cola Weak, and we'll use the Milano to get rid of Bombardment. And we'll draw 4. Payback. So we're at 3 attack at the moment. We got 2 threat incoming, 1 charge counter, 1 attack from Drang. Spider-Man will take that attack. Resolve the charge up, so that's going to deal 2 indirect damage. 1 encounter card, which is Badoon Grunt. Unfortunately, that brings in another encounter card. Challenge accepted. Attached to the enemy with the highest attack. After Drax deals 4 more damage to attached enemy with a single attack, discard this card. That card does surge into Special Delivery. Okay. Knife Leap. We can Knife Leap and get rid of Challenge Accepted. You can use Groot, get rid of Badoon Grunt. But the scheme will advance next turn. I think we have to do it though. Go on to... Actually, it's just going to be a 1-cost card. Thanks to Drax having 2 Vengeance counters. So we'll use... we'll still use energy for it. Gain +5 attack, so he's at 7 attack now. Gets rid of Challenge Accepted. And we'll go ahead and draw 2. Ready up. So this is going to advance. I think the forced response happens before the flip. So we get a second one. And then a Drang attack, which will go on Drax. He'll use Expert Defense for +3. And get to draw a card. Add a Vengeance counter. And then the Grunt will attack as well, which we'll put on Groot. Goes up to 5, then he heals 2 damage. And then we got 1 encounter card, which is Badoon Sentry. So Intimidation will be decent now. We do also have the Milano. Should I have used Payback for 4 damage? Yeah, probably. There's not another use for it really, unless I want to play Gamora. Yeah, I probably need that Gamora more, so let's go Milano, Payback, and yeah, and this limited hand size. I need to use Intimidation. Milano for Intimidation, remove 4 threat. Then I can't play Gamora. Just have to draw a card. It's going to be really hard to get out any 3-cost allies, so that's all I can do with my turn. Nearly impossible to play any 4-cost allies. Probably shouldn't even have 4-cost allies in the deck. So 2 threat, 1 charge, and we'll go Drang attack on Drax. Will Expert Defense. Draws a card with Unflappable. 2 damage from the Badoon Grunt. That can go on Groot again. 1 damage from the Sentry. Then we got 1 encounter card. Blockade. Okay. Oh, did I want to pay back this time? I don't think so. I still need Gamora. Or we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Iron Fist. Ugh. Let's get a stun on Drang. Draw 4. 2 threat, 1 charge up. That's going to be 2 damage. Remove stun. 2 damage and 1 damage. 2 on Groot. 1 from the sentry. And 1 encounter card. Caught off guard. Okay. Goodbye, Unflappable. And we're on to the hero phase. We'll go 2 for energy barrier. 1 for hard to ignore. Use the Milano and Drax to get rid of blockade. Use Iron Fist to stun Drang and put him into phase 2. Okay, a Warlord incoming. And then we'll draw 4. So we got 2 threat, remove stun, and 1 attack from Drang. No attacks from Drain. What am I thinking? He just removed his stun. 1 charge. The Badoon Grunt can once again attack Groot. The Sentry will just tank that. The Warlord will use Energy Barrier for 1, 2, 3 damage. We'll just put that on 2 of it on the Grunt. And 1 on Drang. Because we may have to blitz him down. We'll see. So we can attack for 4, 8, 9, 10. That's not enough. Maybe 4, 5, 10, 11, 12. I'll still be short 5 damage. If I could get some threat off the scheme, I could flip to Alter Ego after that. That's possible. I could get some off of there with Milano. Let's see. Let's go Desperate Defense for Drax's other... Oh wait, I still have an encounter card coming, right? Let's see what the encounter card is. Badoon Engineer, okay. Desperate Defense for Drax's other knife. So our damage is at 5 now, which means we could take out the Sentry in 1 swing. But I need to take care of the Warlord. I think that's maybe all I'm gonna do. Let's attack for 2 with Iron Fist and retire him. Let's draw 2. 2 fight me, cowards. Okay. Now I also needed the Milano to remove 3 threat. And then we have 2 and we have 1. And then when Drang activates, he gets 1 as well. 2 indirect damage. We got 1 attack from Drang. 4, 6, which will parry. The Badoon Engineer can attack Groot, which actually heals Groot by 1. And then the Badoon Sentry can attack. Engineer charges up once, and the Sentry, Drax will have to defend. Use hard to ignore to remove 1 threat. Then we got 1 encounter card coming, which is Rogue Vessel. Actually, 1 damage to each player. Okay, well, Groot can tank that. Then we're on to the hero phase. So we have 2 fight me, cowards. If I could use both of them, I could... I mean, I can maybe win. Ready your hero and draw a card. But I have no way to tank his second attack, right? So... Let's go Milano and Fight Me Coward for Too Stubborn to Die. Yeah. I need more HP. I don't think I can do that. Because I'm going to need the Milano. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to thread out if I don't kill stuff. But I can't kill stuff without using Fight Me Coward. If I use Fight Me Coward, then I die. Because there's nowhere to put the attack and I have 1 HP. So that's going to do it for this attempt. Let's go ahead and get set up and try it again. Okay, let's try this again. Generally speaking, the more that I played this game, the more I've realized that really the number one thing we want to look at when we're looking at a new hero is their economy or their card draw. And hand size 4, I wouldn't say that it's impossible for a hero to be good or S tier with a hand size of 4. But they would need to bring a lot to the table to overcome that. Because a difference between a hand size of 4 and 5, the difference between hand size 4 and 5 is colossal. As is the difference between 5 and 6. It's the difference between a B tier hero and an S tier hero. And a 4 to a 5 is the difference between a D or an F up to a C or a B. But let's go ahead and... Oh, I already shuffled, so we'll just draw our 6. That seems like a decent hand. Keep that. Go ahead and flip, and we'll play Energy Barrier for Unflappable. That's a crucial card so that we can get some more card draw. Power on All of Us and Iron Fist for Spider-Man, who will give +2 attack, deal 4 damage, thwart, and we'll deal 1 damage, and then we'll draw 3. So 2 threat, 1 charge up, 1 attack, and we do have the ability to probably use Energy Barrier for Desperate Defense, so go up to 4 defense, but we're not going to be able to take no damage here. Unless the boost was a blank, but it isn't. A tough +1 boost gets him up to 5, so 1 damage, 1 vengeance counter. No unflappable proc, sadly. 1 encounter card. It's just going to be advanced. That's going to be tough for Drax to deal with. 2 more scheme. And then we're on to the hero phase. We'll get out Hard to Ignore, though without getting rid of Drang's spear, we're going to struggle to proc Hard to Ignore or Unflappable, and the issue with getting rid of Drang's spear is that that is all we're going to be able to do in that round, is get rid of his spear, because that's 3 out of the 4 cards. We'll thwart, and we'll get rid of this toughness, and we'll draw 4. 2, 1, Drang will attack. We'll put that on Spider-Man. Resolve, charge up, okay. And then 1 encounter card, which is Gang Up. So another attack incoming. We can go up to 4 with Desperate Defense, but I actually think I'm going to save my resources for Martyr or for Avengers Mansion, so we'll just defend the attack. Actually, I think we might tank the attack and try to get some damage in. So it's going to be for 6, ouch. Second vengeance counter. And then we're on to the hero phase, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get out Avengers Mansion. Draw a card. we can actually just go ahead and play Knife Leap. For 1, go up to 5 attack. No. 5, 6, 7, 8 attack. And then draw 4. 2 threat, 1 charge counter. That's going to be 2 indirect damage, 1 attack. Which we don't have any. There's nothing we can do about it. We'll defend it. So it's for 4. Which is going to be 2 damage. We can pay back for 3, and that'll put Drang into phase 3. Hope for some luck here. 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's not what we're hoping for. So that's just going to end the attempt because these dudes still get attacks. So 2, 4, 6, and that's dead Drax. We'll try one more time. Actually, I think we'll try a different scenario. Let's play against Mutagen Formula and see how that goes. Okay, here we go against Mutagen Formula. Knife Leap is very good once you get some Vengeance counters. Fight Me Coward could actually be good early in the game. Drax's Knife, Pari. Yeah, all of this seems fine, so let's get started. Let's go. We'll use Knife Leap for Drax's Knife. So we'll use Drax to thwart. We'll use Fight Me Coward. Ready Drax. Draw a card. And the villain will attack. And we'll just face tank that damage. So it's for just 2. 1 Vengeance counter, 1 additional threat. So now we're at 3 attack, and we can go ahead and take out the Goblin Thrall. And play Groot. Deal 2 damage, and we'll draw 3. 1 threat, 1 attack from the Green Goblin. That can go on... we'll put that on Drax. With, do I need Expert Defense? I don't know. Not really. And I don't think I'm gonna... I actually don't think I'm even gonna defend it. We're just gonna face tank. So 1, 2... 1 threat, 2 damage, 1 Vengeance counter. Goblin Thrall gets an attack, which we'll put on Groot, which actually will heal him by 1. And we've got 1 encounter card. We've actually got +2 encounter cards because of the Wind Revealed. Hysteria. Goblin Knight, that's tough. And Memories of Another Life. So we can either be stunned and get a surge, or we can flip and lose our Vengeance counters. But we get to heal. I think we'll flip. Heal and exhaust. And then we're on to the hero phase. We'll use... Oh, I should have used Pari for 3 damage. Against the Goblin Thrall. Not against Green Goblin. Because the Goblin Thrall got an attack as well. Or payback, not Pari. Let's get out... Pari is better than Energy Barrier. Well, is it? I actually think we may need the damage, so we'll get out Energy Barrier. We'll flip to Hero Form and draw 4. 1 threat, 1 attack with 2 boost cards. That will go on Drax. which will defend, and we'll use Desperate Defense for +2, so we're at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 plus an additional. So we don't get to ready, so it's just 5. Actually, we can block that with Energy Barrier, so we do get to ready. We'll deal 1 damage to the Goblin Knight, I think. And Goblin Knight will attack for 2, which will Energy Barrier. So we should be at 2 Vengeance counters now. And then we discard 1, and if it's a Goblin minion, it gets put into play. It is not. We do have an encounter card coming, which is Overrun. So, on to the hero phase. I don't have the resources to play Rocket now. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Using Drax's other knight from the Vengeance counters to take out the Goblin Knight. Use Groot to thwart for 1. Discard 2. No Goblin minions, that's good. Then we'll just draw 2. So 1 threat, 1 attack. So I think this should complete the quest, because I think I forgot to place a threat for when a Goblin attacked and damaged me. Or did he not? No, he didn't damage me last round, did he? So he'll attack, he gets an extra boost card. That attack will go on... We'll risk it going on Groot. So the attack is for 5, that's unfortunate. 8? Okay. Rip Groot. But Drax would have taken 6 damage there. Well, we took the risk. Didn't pay off. Encounter card's a Goblin Soldier. Let's go 2-4 for Avengers Mansion. Draw a card. We'll use Drax to thwart for 1. We'll draw 2 cards. So 1 threat, 1 attack. Using Desperate Defense and Expert Defense. Vengeance counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, didn't need both of those. And then we got 1 encounter card coming, which is, oh, immediately after the shuffle, it shuffled to the top. And we're stunned. Oof, this is not going well. Let's draw a card with Avengers Mansion. We'll use Luke Cage to play Unflappable. Get the stun off of Drax. Draw 4. Man, I really don't want to go into next phase, though. We may have to leave the stun, but... Yikes. Well, I already drew my hand, so I'll leave it. 1 threat. Okay, so each player not engaged with the Goblin minion. We are engaged with the Goblin minion, so we don't have to do the win completed. Mutagen Cloud, okay. So we got an attack incoming, which will just face tank. Oof. Pari. Got attacks for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do get to Unflappable for the Pari to attack. Then we got 1 encounter card incoming. Intimidation. Give the villain a boost card. This is going to be the last turn. Avengers Mansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll get out Martyr. So we can go 5, 6 and get rid of this monster. Get a toughness there. And draw 3. Maybe we survive. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then an attack, which will go on Martyr. And 1, 2, 3 damage on Drax. 1 encounter card, which is Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support. Okay, unflappable. So for the hero phase, get out unflappable, Avengers Mansion. Too stubborn to die is good, but I think I'd rather have Intimidation for 5. Because then I can flip to Alter Ego. Let's get an attack for 5 first on one of these soldiers. Take 1 damage, and then we'll flip to Alter Ego and heal for 6. Draw 5. And hope that we survive. 1, 2, 3. Goblin's gonna scheme. For 5, 6, 7. So we do not survive. Okay, well, being able to get vengeance counters from undefended attacks does make Drax better than I thought he was initially, but not a lot better. I still think this is a D tier hero. Probably, I think Thor is better than him of the D tier heroes, but I think he's a little bit better than Groot probably, but maybe roughly equivalent to like Hulk. I'd say he's probably on par with Hulk. That hand size of 4 is the biggest reason. That's just not good. It's not good. I don't think hand size of 4 should exist in the game, but it does. It just takes away a lot of decisions, and they seem to do the hand size 4 on strength-based heroes, like heroes that in the comic universe or movie universe are really strong. That would be Thor, Drax, Hulk, and Ant-Man when he's in giant form. So they do it to kind of limit their strength, but I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it really feels like you're playing Drax when he's so limited. Or I think you need to be able to have the normal size resources, and if they needed to make the hero a little less powerful in order to make that happen, that's okay. You just can't limit the hand size to 4 because it limits the options so much that there's barely any decision making in the hero. So, yeah, Drax is not good and hard to recommend buying him except for thematic or fun reasons. And for me personally, I don't think any of the heroes that are limited to a hand size of 4 are particularly fun, because I like heroes that have more decisions to make as opposed to fewer. So I could live with a hero that's a little bit underpowered if there are a lot of decisions to make. I might not consider them elite, but I would still consider them fun. But a hero that's underpowered because the decisions are so limited, for me, that's not particularly fun. But everybody's tastes vary. I can say with some certainty that Drax is not very strong. And so I could only recommend buying him for fun or thematic reasons. Anyway, thank you for watching.